Okay, so now we continue to the 1.4 scientific investigation in biology. Yes, scientific investigation is important to prove the validity of a hypothesis that has been made. Okay, so what do you mean by validity? Validity bermaksud kesahihan. Yeah. So scientific investigation is very important to prove the validity untuk menentukan kesahihan of a hypothesis, sesuatu hypothesis yang telah dibuat. Right? Okay. So that was the importance of the scientific investigation. So there are 8 steps in carrying out a scientific investigation that you have to follow. Step number 1 until step number 8. Alright. Okay. So now we go one by one. Step number 1. Identifying problems that can be tested using a scientific investigation. You have to identify the problem first. And then number 2, forming a hypothesis. So actually, what is a hypothesis? A hypothesis is referred to an idea or suggested solution or maybe the early prediction for the outcome of the experiment, right? Okay. So number 3, identifying and controlling variables, okay, and the data collection method. Okay, so you have to identify the 3 types of the variable in the experiment and control them. Okay, and then number 4, planning and carrying out a scientific investigation. So you have to plan or design the experiment and you have to carry out the experiment. Okay, number 5, the collecting data. So you have to collect the data, collect the data, get the result, right? Okay, and then number 6, interpreting the data and results through scientific reasoning. So what do you mean by interpreting data? Interpreting refers to the process of reviewing or process of analyzing the data into the meaningful information, right? Okay. Number 7, forming a conclusion. You have to form a conclusion, right? And then number 8, you have to write a report. Okay. So these are 8 steps you have to follow in the scientific investigation in the biology. Okay, so I want you to carry out this activity at home, right? Okay, so what is the activity? Activity 1.1, studying the effects of an activity on a pupil's pass rate. Okay, I want you to read this experiment, read the activity, and then you just follow. You just follow the procedure and then do the experiment by your own at home, right? Okay, and then now I want to teach you how to write a report, right? Okay, after you do the experiment, after you carry out the experiment, you have to do a report in your exercise book, right? Okay, in your exercise book. Okay, so what you have to write in your report? Okay, first you have to write problem statement. Problem statement. Okay, so what is the effect of a vigorous activity on the pupil's pass rate? Vigorous activity, you can do any vigorous activity such as star jump. Star jump ni lompat bintang. Okay, you have to do the vigorous activity by your own. Okay, until you feel that your heartbeat is increasing. Alright. Again, before you do this activity, make sure you can identify your pass rate. Okay, the Newton nadi. Okay, find your own pass rate first. Okay, so that is number 1, problem statement. Okay, number 2, you have to write hypothesis. Right? Okay, hypothesis refer to the early prediction. Early prediction for the outcome of the experiment. Okay, so the hypothesis for this activity is the pupil's pass rate increases after a vigorous activity. Okay, then number 3, you have to write variables. So there are 3 variables there. Manipulated variable refer to the vigorous activity. Responding variable refer to the pupil's pass rate. And fixed variable refer to the pupil. Okay, then number 4, you have to write materials and apparatus. Right? So in this activity, you just use the stopwatch only. Right? And then specimen, you have to write pupil. Okay, and then number 5, you have to write the procedure. So in the report, you have to write the procedure based on what have you done. Yeah, okay, what have you done? Okay, that was occurred in the past. So in the procedure, I want you to change the sentence, right? Okay, let's change the sentence into past tense. Okay, example for number 1. Count the pupils' pass for 1 minute before carrying out the activity. Okay, you have to change the sentence. The pupils' pass rate was counted for 1 minute. Was counted for 1 minute before carrying out the activity. Okay, number 2. The pass is counted by placing 2 fingers on the wrist. Okay, so this one maybe you can change was, right? Okay, the pass was counted. Okay, and number 3. The pupil is asked to carry out a vigorous activity for 3 minutes. So maybe here you can change into was, right? Okay, number 4. After the vigorous activity is carried out, okay, the pupil's pass rate was counted again for 1 minute. Okay, and then number 5. The results were recorded in a following table. Yeah, okay, so make sure you change the sentence into the past, right, in the procedure. Okay, next, after you write the procedure, you have to write the results. Yeah? Okay, so results here based on the variables. Okay, you have to draw a table here. So on the left side is manipulated variable, on the right side is responding variable. Okay, so for the results, I want you to get 3 more data, yeah, 3 more data, 3 more results of your friend. Okay, combined together here. So the pupil here have to get pupil A, yeah, pupil B, pupil C, and pupil D. Okay, and then you have to write the pass rate here. Yeah, the pass rate. Pass rate. How to get the pass rate? Number of pass bits per minute. Yeah, and you have to count it here for 4 pupil. Yeah. Okay. Before and after. Right. After you get the data, I want you to draw a bar chart. Yeah, draw a bar chart. Okay, use a graph paper to draw a bar chart. Okay, follow the methods how to draw the bar chart that we have been discussed in 1.3. Yeah, okay, just go through again, right? How to draw a bar chart. Okay, then after you draw a bar chart, okay, in the graph paper, you have to write discussion. Yeah, you have to write the discussion. Okay, you write the question and answer the question. For example, state the relationship between the pupil's pass rate with vigorous activity. So what is the relationship? Right? Okay, maybe you can write the pupil's pass rate increases after vigorous activity. Okay. And then number 2, explain why the pass rate increases after doing a vigorous activity. And then, so for this one also you have to find the answer. Yeah, why the pass rate increases. Okay. So this is your discussion. Okay. After discussion, you have to write conclusion. Right. In the conclusion, okay, you have to write again the hypothesis. Yeah, the hypothesis. If the hypothesis is if your data supporting the hypothesis, yeah, means data yang kita ambil, yang kita dapat tu adalah menyokong hypothesis. Yeah, okay. So for the conclusion, you have to write for this activity. Okay, what is the hypothesis just now? The pupil's pass rate increases after a vigorous activity. Okay, and then put the full stop. And then second sentence is you have to write hypothesis can be hypothesis is accepted. Yeah, is accepted. Okay, I repeat. Okay, for the conclusion, you have to write the pupil's pass rate increases after vigorous activity. And then second sentence, hypothesis is accepted. Alright, okay, that is a for conclusion. Okay, last one, precaution. Yeah, so after conclusion, I want you to write the precaution. So in this activity already given you a precaution. So you just write the precaution here. Yeah, okay, precaution. Write precaution here, down there. And then number 1, okay, you just copy from there. Number 2, yeah, copy also from there. Okay, so that is all for writing a report. I want you to write a complete report in your exercise book. Okay, so that's all for chapter 1. Yeah, I hope you all can study again the chapter 1 until you really understand. Right? Okay, so I'll see you again into the next video. Okay, thank you, girls.